स्तोत्र करो नारी अपना नरसिम्हा 2 मिनिट करें.
हाँ हाँ माताजी. ओके. हरी बोल. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, प्रह्लाददायिने, प्रह्लाददायिने, हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः, हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः, शीलटङ्कानखालाये, शीलटङ्कानखालाये, हितो नरसिंहा परतो नरसिंहा, हितो नरसिंहा परतो नरसिंहा, यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा, यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा, अहीर नरसिंहा हृदये नरसिंहा, अहीर नरसिंहा हृदये नरसिंहा, नरसिंह मधुर शरणं प्रवते, तव कर कमलवरे नाखा, अद्भुत श्रृंगार, दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गां, केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय हो नरसिंहदेव, 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 जय हो नरसिंहदेव, जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, प्रहलाद महाराज, जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज, जय जय प्रभुपाद, 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद, जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 जय जय गुरुदेव. जय प्रभुपाद की जय. भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय हो. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. प्रणाम.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So it is now 13th chapter, 169 verse. So now here Digvijay Pandit was disclosed about the secrets of Mahavadanyaya avatar by Saraswati Mata. After understanding that, one minute. Apply brain side. 1 minute. So after understanding the secret of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to know that how foolish he was, that he was considering Chaitanya as just an ordinary Brahmana, an expert in grammar. And in this way, he was so much puffed up. But then he says, "Oh Chaitanya, please forgive me and teach me the subject matters. I have understood that you are the Supreme Person." So now 169th verse, 13th chapter, Chaitanya Bhagvat. Hena upadesham more kaha mahashaya arayana durvasana chittena hi haya. O Lord, please instruct me in such a way that I may have no material desires in my heart. So this is a very wonderful thing which every devotee should ask his Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru. What is the purpose of learning? The purpose of learning is to come out of all the material desires. So this is all the instructions for all of us, so that we can also have this type of desire, that we should never have any material desire. The more we have spiritual desire, automatically material desires vanishes. Paraishanu bhava viraktir anyatracha. The more paraishaha bhava is there, viraktir anya, scripture. The viraktir, automatically virakti happens. Yei mata kakuvada anika kariya stuti kore digvijayi ati namrahaya. After speaking many plaintive words in this way, Digvijay humbly offered prayers to the Lord. Then hearing the Brahmana submissive words, Shuniya viprera kaka Shri Gaura Sundar Hasiyatahana Kichu Karira Uttara. So after hearing the Brahmana submissive words, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled and replied. So Ahankara can come in any way, to anybody. It can come to anybody and anyone. It can come even to the lowest person also. He may be a watchman. Anybody can have ahankara. The moment he identifies himself with a position. Now he identified himself with the position of Digvijay, that I am the I'm the head. I'm the head of all the Brahmanas. And I am the head of all the knowledgeable people. So in this way, any ahankara can come. So he says, "Oh Lord, please instruct me." The Lord says, Shuna dvivara tumi maha bhagavan saraswati yahara jihaya adhisthana. Oh, listen, oh, the best of the Brahmanas, you are the most fortunate, for Saraswati resides on your tongue. The Saraswati is very happy with Digvijay Pandit. She resides. But the moment she comes before Lord, she cannot talk anything. So he has got the blessings of Saraswati, no doubt. He has got the blessings. But that doesn't mean that he should be proud. Digvijaye kariva vidyara kariya nahi. Ishware bhajile sei vidya satya kahe. Manadiya bhuja deha chadiya chagile. Dhunava paurushaha sange kicho nahi chale. What is the use of conquering the world? Conquering the world is not the proper use of knowledge. Very clearly it has been said. Conquering the world is not the proper use of knowledge. The proper use of the knowledge is to worship Krishna. Try to understand. When one gives up his body, he cannot take wealth and reputation with him. So sometimes it's a pride, oh, I have conquered the world with my knowledge. I am the best personality. People put in the Facebook and all about their achievements. I was just thinking, all these achievements. Today somebody told me, my mother told me, your sister is conquering the whole countries with her wonderful expertise. I said, is it? I was just seeing, let me see what she's conquering. So then I was just thinking, what is the use of all these things if a person is not worshipping Krishna? All these things are wonderful. It takes a person to the heights. It gives a lot of happiness. But these happiness also binds a person. What is the use of conquering in any field? It can be a medical field, engineering field, whatever. But if a person is not using the knowledge in serving Krishna, what is the use of all these things? Because ordinary foolish people consider material knowledge and spiritual knowledge as one or equal. They think that the bondage of material knowledge is a platform of knowledge. The living entity's desire for Digvijaya or achieving victory over others is born of false ego. Resulting from material knowledge, Vidya or knowledge actually refers to the supreme service of the Lord Vishnu. Because wealth, physical strength, good health do not follow a person at the time of death. A person who accepts material enjoyment in all, as all in all, utilizes his wealth, knowledge, and physical strength to increase his sense enjoyment. But after his death, these material results becomes most useless. So this is the real truth. Truth is Nothing is going to come along with you. At the time of death, it is only bhakti which is going to give ultimate strength. There is no use of accumulating so many assets, health, beauty. Edamana Madapuman. Also, we did the same verse. Janma Ishwarya Shreya Shutashri Edamana Madapuman. It only increases our pride. We become more arrogant by all these advancement. But then what is the use of all these things if we don't have bhakti for Krishna? Eteka Mahanta Sabha Sarva Parihari Karena Ishwara Seva Drida Chitta Kari. That is why devotees, they renounce material endeavors and serve Supreme Lord with firm determination. You cannot have legs on both the boat. Someone say, okay, I will do material advancement also, and I will do bhakti also. Doesn't work. You cannot keep a leg in this also, that also. Somewhere we have to sacrifice something. If we know to sacrifice material advancement, automatically spiritual advancement will increase. But if we are hankering for material advancement, then spiritual advancement will diminish. It will practically diminish because we don't have time. It is actually the time which we give to Krishna. It is not the service, it is the time. Sometimes we say we are doing this seva, that seva, but it is actually the service which we give to Krishna. And for that service, we should practically have time and consciousness for that service. And if we say we don't have time for Krishna, that means we don't want Krishna because we are so engrossed in material life. We think that if this is not there, what will happen in my life? How will I eat my food? What will happen to my family? One who has given up his material life and just does something, some work, just to keep his body and soul together. He has done his material life in a very meager way, very small way. He can easily progress in devotion. It's not necessary you work too hard. You should work, no doubt, but not too hard that you don't have time for Krishna. The moment we don't have time for Krishna, Krishna also doesn't have time for us. Simple. Eteka Mahanta, so that is why it is a Mahanta. There are devotees who have, in Prabhupada mission, if you see, there are devotees who have given up their material life. They have even stopped going to their offices. They are grahasthas, but still their house runs very nicely. They do a lot of preaching. They have so much of, their children are studying also very nicely. They have cultivated the children also very nicely. There are people who have done this. Just on the words of the Guru Maharaj, they go and settle somewhere in such unknown places to develop bhakti. Especially in Africa, there was a devotee who was told to go and just perform devotional service there. He, along with his wife, they had come to Badri Yatra also. They're very so wonderful family. Small kids, they just went to Africa and they were performing very wonderful devotional service there. Just on the words of the Guru Maharaj. And they were teaching the children at house. At home, they were teaching their kids. And today, their son and those kids have come along with us to Badri Yatra. At that time, our bus was stuck in one place. Everybody were hungry, too hungry. Too hungry means too hungry. Everybody took something to eat because we did not carry anything. Then what happened was, these kids were not eating anything. All were eating except these kids. Then I just asked, why you're not taking? Nothing is offered to Krishna and we are not going to have it. Age of the children were 5 years and 8 years. Such sense control. How wonderful kids they were. Even everybody were amazed by seeing their bhakti. They were just chanting. When we reached, the first thing I did was I cooked for these children first. Offered and gave them. Such wonderful kids, such sense gratification, no sense gratification, such sense control. And today, the elder son has come within 100th rank in IITZ. And the children were chanting 16 rounds right from their childhood. No going to any classes, no doing any hangama. Father and mother just took care of the kids. And, uh, and he is now in uh, IIT Bombay. Just imagine for doing this IIT, how much hangama we do. We put our children in different classes. We see that the children also don't attend the programs. We are also taking anxiety. But there are families who have just surrendered themselves to Krishna. They have that faith in Krishna, that it is Krishna who protects. And he was an engineer, husband, wife, both engineer, gave up everything. Just on the words of the spiritual master, they left in Africa. For some time, they were facing a lot of difficulties. And it's not that they are coming from very rich family, no. They were middle class families. And today their son is studying so nicely. And here they're shifted to Hyderabad now. They're doing Hyderabad preaching. He's in a very wonderful position in Hyderabad temple also, such a sacrifice. So there are like this, so many cases who have given up their material life and they have surrendered 100%. So for that person, Mahanta Shabd is there. Mahanta means they are Mahan Purusha. As a sadhaka, what we do, one leg is in the material life, one leg is in the spiritual life. We don't have 100% faith in Krishna. Avashya Rakshive Krishna. We don't have that. That is why we have little bit we want that also, this also. It is said, magnanimous devotees give up desires for and dependence on all material assets and engage in devotional service with full determination for the duration of their lives. Duration of their lives. Such were dedicated devotees even during Srila Prabhupada's time. Prabhupada said, give up everything, just come. They just landed in Juhu land, which was just marshy. So these dedications today is giving us the facility to enjoy even our spiritual life. But behind that enjoyment in the spiritual life, we go there, have Govindas, this prasad, that prasad, take darshan, and we are fascinated by the wonderful temple architecture and all those things, wonderful facilities. But behind that, there is a lot of sacrifice. In every temple you see, there's a lot of sacrifice. So this determination is very important. Once in a while coming to temple, that time they're just showing that we are very exalted. No, one is dedicated, complete dedication. Have faith in Krishna. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, you all are enjoying in temple. Prabhupada said, you also join. Why are you struggling in your material life? So much of struggle. They go stuck in the traffic, go in the vehicles, go in the bus, come in the train. For all these endeavors, so much of strength is there. But what happens on Saturday, Sundays? All the strength goes. They don't have even strength to come to the temple. Why? So much of tiredness. Eteka chadiya vipraha sakala janhala janjala Shri Krishna charana kriya bhajaha sakala. Oh Brahmanas, give up materialistic association, immediately begin to worship the lotus feet of Lord. This is a very important instruction. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagra janasangascha laulyam cha shalvir bhaktir vinashyati. We should be very careful as sadhaka. Sometimes a person gets initiated, he feels, yes, he has conquered the world. Now nothing, no Maya is going to affect us. Now I can change the whole world, and starts mingling in his family members, trying to teach. First victims are the family members. Extended family members, sister, brother, all extended family members. Why? We are now initiated. No Maya is going to affect. I'm chanting 16 rounds. I'm committed to my Maharaj. And starts mingling slowly, drags himself When this Maya is going to affect, we don't know. As a sadhaka, we should be very, very careful. In fact, after initiation, one must be more careful in taking the association of devotees, hearing to the maximum, serving the Lord maximum. Or when the Maya will pull, we don't know, in different forms. The downfall of an initiated devotee is not as same as the downfall of a materialistic person. What is the downfall for an initiated person, initiated devotee, or a committed devotee? The downfall is he will not have much engagement in temple. No much services will be there, because services are also given by Srimati Radharani, because she is the only one who serves Krishna. So what happens is the interest in seva also vanishes. Though mechanical chanting may go on, some here and there reading may go on, there is less inclination to be with the devotees. Association of devotees means it will be like a allergy. No, I don't want. These devotees are, finding faults in the devotees. So with this attitude, there will be only sufferings. The seva attitude goes away. Slowly, slowly, a person is just put in Maya. And this Maya teaches us four things: Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. So we should be very careful, especially when a person gets initiated. He is committed to the process which his Guru Maharaj has started. But there, if he say, no, I have a lot of work, that means what? The mercy of Radharani is now slowly, slowly vanishing. You see, before getting initiated, devotees show so much of commitment. I have seen, because practically for 25 years, we have been observing people when before initiation, so much of commitment, after initiation, so much of pride enters, and thinks that he is a wonderful person. Now nothing, no Maya will affect. So we should be very, very careful. Maya, no doubt, tests, doesn't give time, but still one should pray, oh Krishna, no, in this difficulty also, I will serve. There will be so many difficult situations put by Mother Maya. She's also a mother. She's testing the babies. How the person is going to come out or is going to struggle. Just we surrender to Krishna and surrender to the spiritual master, surrender to the Vaishnavas. That is why this the first Satam Nindanamnaha Paramaparadam Vidanute. This first thing has to be really taken care of, especially the devotees who are walking in the path of devotional service. Never doubt them. The moment we have a small doubt onto those persons who have given up their material life just to walk in the spiritual path, don't doubt. If we have some problems, we should discuss with the devotees. But we should never doubt in the attitude of the devotees. A very, very important aspect. That is why you should give up the desire for external material advancement and begin to worship the lotus feet of Sri Radharani without wasting a moment. Now that Sri Keshav Bhatt has given up the inappropriate purport of the 6 branches of philosophy that he was initiated into before receiving these instructions of Sri Gausundar, the 10 verses composed by Srila Nimbakacharya Pada appeared in his memory by the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Gausundar's instruction to serve Radha Govind inspired him with his predecessor Guru's unexpressed emotions, which manifested in his heart in the form of verses. Since before receiving Lord's mercy, Keshav Bhatt was indifferent to these verses composed by his predecessor Gurus. He displayed intelligence for the worship, for the service of his lotus feet of Radha Govind, and eagerness to accumulate material fame in the form of becoming a Dikvijay. So he displayed negligence in the service of Radha Govind. His predecessors told him, but he was into accumulating material fame. He was desiring that. That is why he neglected the instructions of Guru. He neglected the instructions of eagerness in accumulation, eagerness in serving the lotus feet of Radha Goenji. So this is why he became indifferent to the verses. What is the meaning of indifferent to the verses? No interest in hearing. Why there is no interest in hearing? Because a lot of work is there. And what is that work? That work is only increasing our pride. And it is only increasing our greed in accumulating more and more. Dil mange more. This dil mange more means what? I have no satisfaction. I just want more. I am not satisfied with 2 times food. I am not satisfied with 1 car, 2 car. I want multiple car. I want multiple houses. I'm not satisfied. If we see actually our bank account has funds which will actually suffice not only 2 people eating, 2 people more can eat along with us. But no, we want more. We just want to accumulate. And in this endeavor, what happens? We are neglecting the instructions given by our spiritual master. So what happens up to the time of your death? Serve Krishna with confidence. Here, the last instruction, which is what is that? Up to the time of your death, serve Krishna with confidence. What is that confidence? Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna is there to protect all of us. As a devotee, we need not have to take unnecessary anxiety. We join our children in the colleges, school, and for no reason we take anxiety. Why? Because we don't have faith in Krishna. And some don't even care to give Krishna consciousness in the childhood to their children, so they are more bothered. The children who are chanting, we don't have to bother. They are like spiritual lights illuminating the whole world. So we don't have to bother for our kids if we have given Krishna consciousness. If we have not given, then we should start giving. That is the purpose of being a parent. And that is the purpose of having a grahastha life, so that everyone is engaged in devotional service. Hare Krishna. Any doubt? Any doubt? No doubt.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You mentioned about children. While we might give Krishna consciousness to our children, or they are brought up in a, say, Krishna conscious house, but when they go outside and they are studying in college or hostel, they are many people, and the student is able to realize that he is surrounded by Maya.
Yes,
in what way the student can shield themselves from so much Maya in the hostel, etc. Although we are advising them, okay, you listen to lectures, shut your ears, let them keep screaming. What other ways they can do?
They should just be normal in the colleges. They should not show that they are devotees. At the same time, they should chant so much, and as and when the time permits for them. But 16 round chanting, they should somehow compulsory do. Within their heart, they should love Krishna and beg to Krishna that such type of Maya should not affect their consciousness. It is only by begging to Krishna, nothing is going to happen. But show off should not be there. That means others should not know that they are devoted. They should be very normal. As Rome, there's a proverb, na, in Rome, be like Roman.
Be like Rome, yeah.
But will be peaceful, bus. Because if they go and show there, the children criticize. And then what happens is the devotees, they feel hurt. Naturally, they feel like then the whole thought process goes, Hare, he insulted me. Naturally, the mind, it is a mind. When the mind is not peaceful, and if the mind is not peaceful, children are also not peaceful in concentrating Krishna consciousness. That is why they should not show they are devotees. At the same time, they are wonderful devotees. That is why in colleges, they say don't put tilak and come. Why? If they put tilak, naturally others will tease. So better is don't put anything. Put water tilak and go. And don't preach to anyone and everyone. You should not do that. And somebody is really genuine. First become a good human. First become a good friend, kind, very nice to everyone. If this is done, there will be some people who will love to have association. That is the time, hit the hammer. That is the time. That is the time, hit the hammer with Krishna consciousness. First, attract the people towards us. That is why yesterday, when class was there in day before yesterday, Bhakti Shastri, a self-realized soul is not averse to the knowledge. At the same time, knowledge of Satoguna. At the same time, he is not hating also. So Satoguna teaches to be kind with everyone, moral values. Don't be averse. At the same time, don't have attachment. So moral values is automatically imbibed in the spiritual value. We just have to hook people first, slowly, steadily. Not immediate, there is a drastic. I still remember this. Nikhil, I can give a good example because is what he used to do is he used to take part in the orchestra, good. And then once all the Christian people had come, Christmas, and he composed such a nice song. He sang for them. Guru Maharaj loved it so much. What happened was those Christians, they became fan of his. And then slowly, maybe after 3 years, he spent in IIT. Then the 4th and 5th year, he started preaching. Same case happened in IIT Bombay, where he was doing his PhD. He is a person who never preaches before becoming a friend. He will only preach after becoming. And now both the Jumur, Nikhil, for practically 2 years, they used not do anything in Nagpur. But they will set an example by their kindness and all those things. Now there are 9 families, they want to hear about Krishna. So this is only a practical thing which a devotee can do as a grahastha or as a student. Because the world doesn't accept immediately anything. And they don't accept, then we become very frustrated. And that frustration, we cannot do our sadhana also.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Bhagvat Pranam. Mataji, Digvijay Pandit and Kashmiri Pandit, both are different personalities.
अभी इसमें कश्मीरी पंडित है ऐसे एक जगह पे लिखते हैं, एक जगह पे लिखते हैं कश्मीरी पंडित ही हैं, जिसको कश्मीरी पंडित ही जगह पे बोला है तो इसमें, और एक जगह पे बोला है वही है केशव भट्ट। अभी वो चैतन्य चरितामृत में तो कश्मीरी पंडित ही लिखा है। somebody can do research. Yes, I think Satyavama Mataji can do the research and come back.
Okay, Mataji.
माताजी, आज ये जो बच्चों को जो चैतन्य महाप्रभु के पास टाइम से शॉर्ट पास है, उसमें केशव कश्मीरी पंडित बताया।
Yes. Okay.
Okay, माताजी।